Howdy folks, welcome to episode 55. How about we finish working on this dry dock, or at least see how much we can get done today. And so why don't we go do that. And I'll get at my scaffold ship here. I was just up here enjoying the view. It looks pretty cool sitting next to the base. It's so imposing, I guess would be the word for it. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I think it was a good choice of location for the dry dock. So we'll set down here, and okay, so what I'm going to do is set up a symmetry axis, which I'm going to use the YZ, and I need to pick a block and then hold down N and click. Okay, and that is our symmetry axis. Now everything that goes on one side will go on the other side. And I decided that I wanted to use these for a lot of this. So we'll see how much. I mean, I don't want to I don't want to totally not use up the 2,000 other blocks I still have left. I think I won't have much of a problem using those up too. So I can put this down here, and then this can come out a couple more. So what we're going to do is kind of put a long platform along this, just to make it you know, look a little bit nicer and that kind of thing. So we'll get this out here and a couple more. So we'll put the ramps here and here. Okay, so the base of the dry dock is going to be about this wide. And then I'll probably taper the ends this way as well, which is why I decided to put that there and forgot to put it in the other place. So I'll grab this out of here, although I'm not sure why. But yeah, so we're going to have a long platform here, and then we're also going to have some arms going up to support those wings on each side, instead of just having that tiny little pole in the middle. I think we'll just make something that goes across and the ship can sit on top of that. Or maybe even two upright kind of Y-shaped things. But anyway, let's get this out of here too, and what we can do is then we can go and fill in these spaces. Now, let's see. The one thing you want to avoid when you're doing a symmetry axis is you don't want to build on the axis right now. It's set up such that it doubles the use of blocks. So if I place 80 blocks along this axis, it'll use 160, and you never get them back. They just kind of fall into oblivion. So yeah, you generally don't want to use that right now. So I'll manually do that. Okay. It seemed like it should have reached. Okay, and we'll do these, and we'll do these, and I can even get these on here. I'm probably going to run out in a hurry. Yeah. I'm going to need to go into the constructor and tell it to make a lot more of these. So that's that's not going to be done today, but I think we can at least try to get the outline of it so that we know what we're building. And we'll get this level up here. And so I'm going to extend this all the way across, and actually I'll go build these off camera too. So why don't I go do that, and I will meet you guys in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see I got all of this laid out, and so now I want to do the ends, and hopefully I can do that before it gets too dark out here. So I want to try doing this thing. So I want to put these on the ends, and I totally forgot to turn my thing back on. So let me turn that back on. Okay, put our symmetry axis back on. And we're going to use these because I'm pretty sure these will transition There, like that. So these will transition like that, and this will be there. Only 50,000 turns and I got it. So yeah, these will transition from here to here. Is that right? Do I need to do that? Yeah, I need to do that. Okay. And then I can have these blocks come out, or I can use those corner blocks for that too. And yeah, I'll have to make some more corner blocks to do that. So let me see, where's the truss blocks? Let me put these here. I can use up some more of these so I can get the plates back. Okay, so then this is going to go like this. And then these are going to go here again. And here. And we'll put a truss block. Or we'll just put one of these because that's going to go there anyway. And then we can put a truss block here. And put some triangles down. And another truss block. And some triangles. Okay. And so that's how the end is going to look when it's done. So I need to get those pieces added. Do I have any metal plates on me? No, I don't, but I do have a repair tool. And I have some of these that I need to remove. So why don't I do this? This will give me some plates. Okay. And let me turn off the jetpack so I can run. Not sure what the purpose of you can't run because your jetpack is on even serves, but they seem to like that, having it that way. So let me make a couple of these, not those, these corners. And I'm surprised I ran out of those. I usually have like a pile, a stockpile of those. And see how these work. See, we'll place these up here, and that should, yeah, so that should make a nice transition there, and then I can add this onto here and put a corner there. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So I guess I could also put, could I put these? No, these aren't really going to work. Yeah, those wouldn't really work. Okay. I'm thinking that there may be a way to do that, but I'm not going to be able to figure it out while I'm sitting here talking. So if I figure it out later, I will mention it and we'll fix it up. But yeah, that's going to be another one of those small corner pieces. So we'll get some of the tiny corners too. Did I bring any of those with me? No, I didn't. Okay. What happened here? I thought I had more plates left. I guess not. Okay. So you get the idea for the end, and so I'm going to make up the rest of the plates and finish up the end here, and then we can start on that. So I will be back in the morning and meet you then. Okay guys, we're back and I've got it figured out. So these do actually work for this, and so I will show you what I need to do for this in order to get this to work the way I want to. So we can make a slope coming off here using these, and it just uses a bunch of these. So each time you go out with these, and this creates a new row here. And yeah, I had to figure this out, you know, off camera. I did not go into a creative game in order to do it because, of course, as you know, real men do not use creative mode. But yeah, I did figure it out, and it took a minute for it to click. I'm like, there's got to be, if these fit there, then the other one's got to fit too. So let's finish this row off. And so yeah, this will just come out, it will keep coming out, and then over here we will have, let me see, this is going to sit on top of here. And so I think I'm going to need to take these out. because I think these will fit here and will merge with the sides as they're coming up. So this will be this piece, and again it will just keep increasing. Sorry, that's probably not a very good view of what I'm doing here. If I can actually if I can actually stand on this block, but I have banana peels on the bottom of my shoes, so you know. Okay, here we go. So each time this is going to come out and increase, you know, to the next block. So each of these 4 sets of blocks, and they kind of overlap and stagger until we reach the middle. And I'm not sure if that's going to match up on the middle or not. So we'll have to probably have to do something special there too to make that work. Let's get these and these. So yeah, I had to craft up a bunch of these too during the night. Get these going so that I didn't run out. And I'm not sure if the ship's constructor, the small constructor in the ship, can even do those or not. But okay, so we're at the middle here, and this is going to come out here, and it looks like these are all going to meet here. So I'm not sure if the big piece is going to fit. Let's see. We'll get these going here. And then, yeah, there's nothing symmetrical there, so I'm probably going to have to put just regular ramps or something, and it's going to stick out. But if it's only the one block, it probably won't look so bad. Here, we'll get over here, and I can add these on here, on each of these. So each time we get this, we add that on top of it, and then the next block goes like that, and then the next one goes on top of that. Let's see, it goes there, and there, and there, and then the next one goes on top of that. And then once we reach this top level, we can just have the flat blocks. So what did I do wrong here? Oh, okay. I came up too high here, didn't I? Okay, so this is going to be flat blocks. It's yeah, I screwed this up too. Okay. Let's see. So if this is going to be flat blocks here, and then this one is going to come across, yeah, until it meets. So this is going to be like this and like this, and then there's going to be 2 flat blocks there, and then there will be, let me just put in the cubes. Whoops, wrong key. I'm missing all the keys. Okay, so I'll put this in here. So these are going to go across here, and these are going to go across there. And so let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. So I just need to put something in that crevice in the middle there. So we'll turn off the symmetry plane so we don't use extra blocks. Yeah, because this is not going to fit right. And let me see if the ramps will work. Let's see, let's put these ramps, because I think, stop. This thing is just too slippery, and they still haven't added in a sneak key. So yeah, I can either have this an indentation, or I can have it stick out. Let's see, is that going to look cool as an indentation? I think that looks okay. Let's see. Although I'm going to need to do something about the bottom there, because that's horrible. But yeah, I think that works. So I'm going to, oh, and I need to put a couple pieces on that side. So I'm going to clean this up and make it match on the other side and get some more oxygen. And I will meet you guys in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and I finished this up, and I also cleaned up the side over here because there was there was some ugly over here where it was sticking off the ground, and so I fixed that. And so the other thing I wanted to get done is I want to put something instead of this tiny little thing. I want to put something that lets this rest on it. So I'm probably going to want to either that, or I could even come across right here. But I think what's going to happen is this collision box for this thing, when it's colliding with a base, does not simply sit. It doesn't go concave with the shape of this ship. It's going to be more like a rectangle or a bunch of rectangles. And so I'm guessing that right here is the edge of a collision box. And so if I place a flat piece here across here, I can rest the ship on top of that. So that's the plan, and we're going to try that out. So why don't I get started on that so you can see what we're going to do. And so I'm going to lay out some trusses here so that if I assume I'm going to end up off by a block, maybe. So I don't want to I don't want to have to undo a whole bunch of the other blocks if necessary. Maybe I can get rid of the rest of these truss blocks. And I should probably turn on the symmetry axis again if I can. Nope, it's not going to let me put it there. Let me see. I need to get closer in order to do that. And we'll put it there. I hate that it takes the block out of your hand every time. I swear it did not do that in the past. But, okay, so we're going to... Let's see, we're going to put this out and then back like that. And let's see if the ship bounces. Yeah, it looks like it's not bouncing. That's good. That's a very good sign. Good. So what that means is hopefully we can we can build this across and then bring it down once we're done. So now I'm going to use the solid blocks, and I have those right here. So I'm going to put some solid blocks across and give it a couple of rows so that it's not some tiny little piece that looks unsupported. And then we'll go forward a couple rows too on that. So let's take this and see if we can reach. Nope. Okay, so we'll just take these in here wherever it will let us. Okay, so yeah, we'll come out to here, and then this will be the platforms that the front end of the ship sits on. And then of course we're going to have to build some supports down from here. So these supports are going to come down and then sit on the bottom here, and I'll probably make them bow out and kind of arched so they're stylized instead of just being big rectangles. So let me go back. I'm hitting all the wrong keys here. Go back up here and we will get started on that. Let's see if we can maybe do that. So we'll go here and we'll go down and across another diagonal, and we'll come down again. And this is where the scaffold ship is really nice to have, and I'll probably end up doing these with the other blocks. So why don't I do this with the squares instead of trying to make it fit in. And I should have gone a couple down there. Okay, so we're going down 2 there, and then we're going to go down 3, and then we'll go down 4, and then we'll come down like this again, 3, and then, whoops, I'm on the axis, aren't I? Okay, 2, I know I'm saying 2 when I'm putting 3 blocks down, but that's because the other one is going to be taken out. The one is just needs to be there in order to get the other pieces there. So then we'll go 1 and 1. Come on. There we go. And then we can put that on the bottom here. Whoops. Keep hitting all the wrong keys again. Okay. And we'll go here. So that's going to come out there, and it's not going to work. Okay. So we'll take this out, and then I need to take it out on the other side too before I forget. Okay, so that's going to be our basic outline, and I'm going to put the curved pieces, all the ramps and everything along this to make it smooth. And so I'll do that, and I will come back in a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and I finished up overnight as you saw, and I also added this little thingy here to make the support look better. I might even add another one on the other side of that, but I think it looks okay as it is. And so there's one more thing to do here to finish this off. Now the other thing is I might paint some of this, maybe leave the problem is that these new blocks are not paintable right now, and they probably won't be until the alpha, so I'm not going to be able to finish painting off all of those. So I'm going to have to leave those gray, and so whatever I do, I'll probably have to do something that matches with the gray, and maybe paint these stripes or something like that. But anyway, the other thing we need to do to finish this up is, let's see if I can get underneath this thing, is this last block, because if you notice here, this last block is what's holding the ship. It's not these right here. And the other thing I should probably do is widen that out too, but that's okay for now. Alright, so yeah, that might actually be a good idea to widen that out. Let me see. Yeah, I'll have to do that in the future. Okay, so anyway, now the nice thing about these spotlights that I have on the front of this ship, it's one of the features on here, is you can see now the front of the ship is underneath because the spotlights are shining. And so it helps with positioning the ship more accurately. So we're going to do this, and we're going to see what happens if the ship just launches, or if it nicely settles on here, or what happens. So this should be interesting. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. And so now we've got our little dry dock. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's enough room for the ship to park properly, because once we line up the back on there, oh, that looks great. That looks great. So yeah, and the power must have turned off or something on this, because half the lights went off. Let me check that real quick. Let's make sure that's not a bug. Let's see. Wrong key again. I am just all over the wrong keys today. Okay, so you can turn this on. And let's go on the cockpit so we can get an external view. Looks great. It looks great. It's using lots of power even though it's just sitting there. That's weird. Okay, yeah, the lights are okay. It's weird it does that when you load up or something. Because let's see. No, that doesn't turn off the light blocks. Interesting. Okay, that only turns off the lights. Okay. So anyway, there is our dry dock, and it's pretty much complete. So that's going to be it for episode 55. Join me in episode 66, and we'll see what else we can do. I don't think we want to do any major big projects, because I don't know when exactly Alpha is coming out, and I don't want to be in the middle of something big and not be able to finish it when the series ends. So we will see what we're going to do. We'll figure something out. We'll see you in episode 56.